Good morning, grade 8s, and welcome to lesson number 6. Yes, we are doing change of state on page 96. So remember that the more heat you add to a particle, the more excited it gets, and it goes more and more energy. The more energy a particle gets, the less it maintains its pattern, and the more free it becomes. So always remember that the more heat, more freedom. Less heat, you're taking away that freedom. So that's how we change states by heating. So if we start with a solid and add heat, it gets really energetic. It starts losing that pattern. Still kind of has it, but it's lost a little bit. The forces of attraction weaken slightly and it becomes a little bit more free. So a solid melts into a liquid. Then you carry on adding this heat and even more energy. The force of attraction is practically gone. There's no pattern, and our liquid evaporates into a gas. But just as we do that with heating, we can change states by cooling. Remember, add heat, more energy. Take away heat, less energy. So now we have a gas. So we're going to cool it down. Now, these particles, very excited particles, lose their energy. They become calmer. So they kind of get back into a sort of a pattern. The forces of attraction strengthen and they move around less freely. So a gas condensates into a liquid. Then we carry on cooling it. They get more structured. The force of attraction becomes very strong. There becomes this very enforced pattern, and they are hardly free at all. They're just vibrating in space, in one space. So now the liquid solidifies or freezes into a solid. So then with density, mass, and volume, you need to read through. You do this in maths, so you know that density equals mass divided by volume. That's an important one to know. And we'll go through the definitions. So mass is the measure of the amount of matter of an object. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up, so how much there is. And density is the amount of mass in a given volume of matter. So when we say we are measuring our weight, our mass, it's actually our density, amount of mass in a given volume of matter. So as you can see, at 10 kgs of iron, 10 kgs of wood, and 10 kgs of sponge, they're all different sizes, but they're all still 10 kgs. But their volume is different, but their density will be the same. So you're going to read through those examples. Remember that density equals mass divided by volume. And that is your most important thing you need to know there. But just read through it. It's not something you'll mainly need to look at the pictures like in activity 8 on page 99 and work from there. So, excuse me. Density and states of matter. So we know from this that different states of matter will have different densities. Does air weigh the same as water? Air doesn't have a weight in our imagination. It will, but it doesn't feel like it. Where water, you can weigh a cup of water. So it just shows that the different way the particles are arranged, there's different ways in which it'll have mass. So remember that some materials are denser than others. Okay? So remember, some materials are denser than others. Less dense materials will float on denser materials. If something is less, if you put it in simple terms, something is less heavy and the other thing is heavier, the less heavy thing will float on the heavier thing. If you want to put it, it doesn't quite work like that, but it's a nice way to think of it. So I need you to read through all this, and if you have any questions, ask. But it's very straightforward and you don't have to worry. Look at the questions and the activities, even if I don't ask you to do them. look at them and see, oh, okay, these are the type of questions I'll have asked, so this makes sense. I can answer these questions. Read through the case studies to see a more practical way of it being explained. But otherwise, we are done for the week. Yay. And we have finished a topic, well, a unit. So you must have an amazing day and work hard like you always do. Thank you.